Jasmine Sade, back with another video. And this is, well, first of all, it's 11:51 p.m. Sunday night. I just got through working out, which is why I'm kind of shiny, sweaty a little bit. If you follow J Styles Fitness page, that will be on there. But this video is for our Motivational Wednesday. Because it was something that was on my mind. And I also may post this on the church's channel as well. I don't know. But I just want to come on here real quick before I go call it a night for tonight. What? I just kind of wanted to talk about jeopardizing yourself. And this is something that I kind of hit on in both of my books, but it's something that I feel like I have to keep hitting on as it comes to myself and as I talk with other people, but specifically focusing on me or how I see things. I don't feel like, or how do I want to phrase this? We as a people have a bad habit of blaming people for our problems or our issues or things that happen to us. We have a horrible time taking accountability, accepting accountability for the things that we do that put us in the situations that we end up in, that place us in the places to have things happen to us. We are easy to forget the actions we take, the things that we do, the things that we say, and how they're going to come back on us. Worldly, naturally, we will say that's what the world calls karma. You know, what goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. Be careful what you do because it's going to come back on you, right? Spiritually is what we call God. It's you reap what you sow. You're going to get your just reward. If you do good, God will reward you with good. And if you do bad, God will reward you with bad. We feel like we're supposed to receive good all the time. Nobody should ever try us. Why would somebody do something low down to us, this, that, and the third? However, we are okay with doing the evil deed, doing something low down to the other person, wishing something bad on them, whatever cases, but we expect it not to come back. And this... not something to know what, and I'm saying all this just to say we have to be mindful of the situations and the predicaments that we place ourselves in, jeopardizing yourself. And for me, I have a bad habit of jeopardizing myself spiritually and jeopardizing myself physically. And no, everybody is not like me. Everybody does not go through the same battles that I go through. Everybody has their own battles, their own struggles. But hopefully this video may touch somebody or a lot of somebody's in different ways. You may take or perceive different things from this message. And this is solely to say, be careful of the things that you do, the things that you say, the places you go, the way that you react, the things that you allow yourself to do, as well as the things that you allow others to do to you. The predicaments you allow yourself to be in. The predicaments you allow other people to place you in. Because the consequence of it, the reward of it, the other half of it is going to come back. And it's nothing you can escape from. My dad loves using this example when he's in church preaching. Even outside of church, and he'll say, he refers back to my brother when he was like in junior high. And he did something at school that he got away with. Something he had no business doing. I don't know what the something was. That's why I'm not saying what it is. Something he had no business doing, but he got away with it. Or so he thought. However long later, days later, I think it was the next day actually, or something like that. I'm not really sure. Something happened with some girl or some kids or whatever the case is. And he was one of the students who got called in, blamed for it, and was paddled. We went to private school, y'all know this, so private school still does paddling and discipline and whatnot. And he was paddling, and he came home, mad with my dad, mad to my dad, crying, talking about they whooped him in school, da da da. And the first thing my dad said, that he was saying, "Dad, I didn't do anything. I had nothing to do with what happened, but I got in trouble for blah, blah. So, like, my dad told him, no, you did not do that. But you remember you told me you did something the other day, you got away with it. And I'm just like, full circle. And we do things. And so, no, you cannot avoid everything. I'm not going to sit up there and say that, well, I'm not going to sit up there and tell you that you cannot avoid everything, because you can. If your focus is on God and you are actively doing what you're supposed to be doing, avoiding wrong, because you have a decision in every choice that you make. You can choose whether or not you're going to allow certain things to happen, right? I can choose whether or not I'm going to sit here and curse you out for cutting me off, or I'm just going to be like, you know what, get frustrated, go about your business. I can choose whether or not I'm going to let Tommy come over at 12 o'clock at night and spend the night. Or tell Tommy, now, sir, you got to come see me in the daytime. And still, let's not stay too long. I can choose whether or not I'm just going to be out here throwing this thing in the middle of the street, or if I'm going to go do something productive. We have a choice in every decision. And whatever choice you choose, that choice comes back on you. So like I said, this video is some heavy on me because, like I said, I know that I jeopardize myself. I told my mom, I said, sometimes I feel like it's self-sabotage. Sometimes I can see myself self-sabotaging myself. And it's like I'm watching myself from a third person do something, just like, girl, now you know it's going to come back and bite you in the butt, so why are you doing it? So sometimes when things happen, I'm not even surprised. I just be like, okay. Because you knew it was coming, right? So all of that gibberish, all of that around the way, just to say, please be careful and be mindful of the things that you do, the places you go, the things that you say, because it comes back to bite you in the butt. It could be not getting a job. It could be not getting this thing that you swore you wanted. It could be a delay in something that you've been working your butt off for, something simple or something huge, whatever the case may be. Excuse me. Whew. I know specifically for me, one thing I know, I have been working to get my car, buy myself a car for so long. My Corolla has been paid off for forever, and that's a car that I had paid off. I did not want to trade my car in to get a vehicle. I feel like that's very ignorant to take a vehicle that's paid off and trade it in for something else to get a note. That's crazy. I need 2 cars because what if something happens to one? Now I'm stranded, right? So, or I would prefer to have 2 cars. At that time, I didn't necessarily need it. Since then, I've had, well, I've had a few people to hit my car, so yeah, I guess I did need a second car. My car is paid off. I have been working my butt off to get a car, and I think it took me like 3 years before I finally purchased my first vehicle, and I was super excited, but I had to realize it's not my timing. So it's actually 2 messages to this video. One, jeopardizing yourself. Do not jeopardize yourself. Do not allow other people to, do not put yourself in situations to jeopardize yourself. Do not put yourself in situations to allow others to jeopardize you, whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, whatever the case may be. And then the second message for this is to, every no is not a punishment. It can sometimes be a blessing in disguise. And that's something that I have to tell myself every day. Because like I said, you're going to get your just reward for everything you do. Because it's a no right now does not necessarily mean you're being punished for something. It could be something better along the line. Or that yes that you wanted in that area, this is where you see. This is what God sees, right? On further down the line. So he told you no right here because he had something better right here for you. Or he told you no right here because he knew on the other side of that door was something that was going to hurt you in more ways than one, or hurt you significantly, right? And in that same aspect, every yes you get is not necessarily a blessing. You want this, and God started telling you, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not the man I have for you. Don't jeopardize yourself to do this. This is not the man I have for you. Don't give him your all. Well, this is not what I want for you. And he started showing you signs. Why this is not the man for you. Or this is not the job that you need to be fighting for. Or this is not the move that you need to be making right now. This is not something that you need to be doing, and you're not listening. So, but you keep saying, I want this. You started doing, I don't care what obstacle is thrown in your way. You started going after this. So then, God is like, you know what? Here, have it. And now it's trouble after trouble, turmoil after turmoil, pain after pain, tear after tear. God, I can't eat it. What is it? What am I doing? What's wrong? Because every yes is not where you need to be. You kept trying to take something God did not have for you. So he gave it to you. And now look at you. You're losing your mind. God, what did I do? You kept trying to take something. I told you it wasn't for you. Okay? All right, listen. 2 messages for today. 1, be mindful of what you do, what you say, how you act, and where you go. To not allow yourself to jeopardize yourself spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, physically. To not allow yourself to put yourself in situations for other people to jeopardize you physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. And number 2, every no is not a yes. Wait, every no is not a punishment. Every yes is not a blessing. Wait on your timing. Okay? All right. So now it's 12:02. I have to be up early in the morning because I have to go to work early, because I have to leave work to go attempt to assist to coach a basketball game. May or may not feel bad. But I hope this message does something for someone. It gets across to someone. It helps you like it helped me. And sometimes I just make videos not because of something somebody else has done or to reach out to somebody, but it's really talking to myself about a lot of things and hoping that it conveys to the next person. So the next video for you guys will be some tea, because I realized I have yet to post a tea video. And I haven't quite made up my mind on which tea that's going to be yet, because I have a lot of spill the tea stories for you guys. So stay tuned for next week's Spill Tea Wednesday. Spill the Tea Wednesday, because I can assure you that that's what that's going to be. All right, guys, have a great night. Nope. I'm going to have a great night. You're going to have an amazing Wednesday morning or rest of the day, or if this is at nighttime, have an amazing rest of the week. And I will see you guys in the next video.